Rabble, 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 rabble. Frustration, and more frustration. So what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Where is everybody? Most of y'all are probably working today, so y'all probably catch this on the back end. And for those that do, this is going to be a great little talk that we're about to have. So, waiting for y'all to get in. Let's start seeing some of these comments, and then I'll start getting into this. If you guys haven't started, I'm sure you guys started, man. Oh, there it is. FLE Roleplay Official. What up? What up? How you doing, brother? And we're doing good, man. Friggin' excited to talk about what's going on right now. I just came back. I'm gonna get to that FLE Roleplay Official. I'm gonna get to that. Egg listed. Dennis, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Glad you're here. Jeff Rocker, Melbourne. Coming to Melbourne soon. I promise. And as you can see, what the title is all about, the chief of police of Palm Beach County, he's getting back into the same thing of trying to change the 790 statute again for the open carry while you're fishing, hunting, camping, blah, 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 blah. They keep going after our rights, and I'm sick of it. Like, I've been to 2 of their town hall meetings, which I'm going back to today. Today from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m., there is a town hall meeting in the town of Palm Beach. It is on the beach side. I can't remember the exact address, but I put all the links. The links are in the description below. And I'm beyond getting frustrated with these people. These politicians that they have that are elected officials, people down there, whether it be us or whoever, have elected them, and they want to strip our rights. They want to change it to whatever makes them feel happy. They want their safe space, as they call it. And I want you to have a safe space, but how do you restrict my right to defend myself? This is the issue. And once again, there was an article that just came out. I believe it was yesterday. WPTV, a couple other news networks picked it up. And it's just a reiteration of them trying to change the law. They're really pushing it. There's a Senator Bobby Powell. He should be impeached. They want to impeach the president. This guy should be impeached for the things that he is doing to try to restrict our Second Amendment right. He took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and this guy is failing at that. All he's doing is trying to create more gun laws that have not worked, more gun-free zones that do not work. We can see that. I miss Gun Day Fun Day. I will be talking about that in the next couple of days. We had the 3 shooting, those 3 people that friggin' decided to kill people. There was 3 of those over the last 3 days, and I don't get it. I don't understand it, but we need to start looking at this mental issues, period. But back to town of Palm Beach. There is a town hall meeting. The link is in the description below. It starts today at 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. I will be there. Hey, West Palm, how you doing? I'm coming, or not West Palm, town of Palm Beach. Hi, I'll be coming down to see you, because guess what? You're going to love the little speech, my little 3 minutes that I'm going to get to friggin' lay into you. The first one, try to be nice, try to keep it without being too rude. Second one, I got a little ruder because I got more and more frustrated, because you are trying to change laws that you have no right to change. Your job is to uphold the laws of our Second Amendment, not change our laws of the Second Amendment. So, Bobby Powell, all these Chief Nicholas Caristo, another tyrant, needs to be fired. Any of these elected city officials that are up on this stage today, I'm going to call you out too, because you should be fired. Every one of you should. You don't deserve to have a job if you cannot defend our rights. First and foremost, our Constitution is #1 supreme law of the land. If you go against our first, second, third, fourth, you name the amendment, you go against it, you are failing at an oath that you were sworn to uphold and defend for us, the people. We elected you because we thought you would defend our rights, and you are just trampling on our rights. So between 6 p.m. today and 8 p.m. tonight, or 6 p.m. tonight, 6 to 8, Town of Palm Beach. Link is in the description below. I will be there. There's going to be some news media. They're going to be there covering this event, this little their little town hall meeting, because I am so pissed right now. I'm beyond pissed. And when I say taking off the gloves, I'm not going in there to physically fight nobody. I'm not there to try to hurt nobody, but I will let my voice be heard. And I don't care. You can show up. You can have all the police presence you want. I'm going in there to make you guys feel the pain. I don't agree with any of the things that you guys are trying to do that are trying to limit people's rights to bear arms while they're fishing, hunting, and camping. Like, what are we doing that is so wrong? You just don't like the sight of a firearm. You don't like the sight of a rifle. You don't like the sight of a handgun. If you don't like the sight of something, stay inside. Don't go out in public. That is not my friggin' problem. I'm over it. I'm so tired of all these politicians, not just here in Florida, across this nation, that are trying to infringe on rights that are God-given to us. Their job is to uphold that Constitution. When our founding fathers wrote the Constitution, they wrote the Constitution, they wrote the Bill of Rights, and then they put the elected officials to defend that. All we're looking at are a bunch of politicians, not all, most of them, especially down the further South Florida you go, from West Palm Beach, Miami, Broward County, Tampa, Tallahassee even. Tallahassee is anti-gun. We need to start changing these politicians in all these counties. If they really want to infringe on your First Amendment or your Second, your Fourth, your Fifth, Sixth, Seventh, Eighth, 13th, 19th, whatever amendment they are trying to infringe on, they do not need to be an elected official, because we the people put them in that position, and they're obviously just going against it. But I'm going to get into some of this chat real quick. We've got Adam Pierce. He's out of Kentucky right now. We've got Dina Marie. She's saying, "What's up, Solo? How you been?" And I've been actually really good up until I got back from Daytona. And Daytona was a great time. I had my we always have an early Thanksgiving, because me and my wife, we work in a restaurant industry. We usually work on Thanksgiving. We work all the holidays. Any holiday that you have, the restaurant industry, the hospitality industry is always working. We've got Randy Wall. He's saying, "What's up, Solo?" And I'm chilling, just living the dream. Living the dream. That's all I can do every day. We've got Richard Devon. He's from Sebring in the house. What? And I really want to come out more towards the middle of the state as well. I have to get a freshwater license and all that stuff. And right now funds are just real limited. We've got Parrish here. He's saying, "What's up, buddy?" I'm just chilling. Like I said, man, we're always just chilling. I'm always trying to have a good day up until these politicians, not just one, a lot of them, are really trying to infringe on our rights. And when they infringe on our rights, I'm not going to stand for it. I'm going to fight. And I'm not fighting in the physical form. I'm not going to go there and try to scare them and bring firearms to try to intimidate them. I'm not going to intimidate. I don't need to intimidate. My words are intimidating enough. For these politicians that always criticize us about these open carry gatherings and that we're out there trying to scare the public and all this good stuff, I challenge any one of them. Come on out. Come hang out. Come fishing with us. See what we're doing. All we ever do is wave to people, say hi to people, explain laws to people. We don't do anything. We don't, even the people that don't agree with us, we try to have a civil conversation so that, we get a little bit of their understanding, they get our understanding, and hopefully somewhere in the middle, we have an understanding. But these politicians just want to take away, take. And I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. So once again, hey, Town of Palm Beach, how you doing? I'm coming to your town hall meeting again today. I hope you're ready, because I'm ready. I'm sick of it. And, just to let you know, anybody that does have the time to come down and come hang out, you can, inside this meeting, inside their town hall meeting, cannot carry a firearm. Even with your concealed weapons license, cannot. There's a statute that says, political meetings and things of that nature, anytime you're involved with politicians and certain things of that nature, you're not allowed to bring firearms into the meeting. There's nothing stopping you from bringing your holster exposed, magazines exposed, which I will be doing both. I will have my magazines and my holsters without my firearm. Because why? Because it's my right. I have a right, and they're trying to infringe on it, and I'm sick of it. We went there in March, and just to let you know, I try not to go back to certain places all the time. I try to really branch out and go to new places every single time I do this. It's about going out to new places. West Palm, we started, this all happened in March. We're in November, and they're still triggered. They haven't let it go. They're triggered beyond belief. And these trigger warnings for these people, if you don't want to be a politician, you don't want to be in the public eye, for those people that are, for those, I get that you may be concerned about a firearm, but what's that person doing with that firearm? For all of us, we're walking around with fishing pole, flags, tackle bags, and we're going fishing. And everybody's friggin', oh my gosh, they got. If you can't stand being out in public, don't be out in public. Stay at home. I am tired of your feelings. My rights don't stop where your feelings begin. Your feelings, I feel for them. I truly do. Don't really care though. Do you think my feelings get hurt? I got pretty tough skin, and yes, there's things that hurt, that are hurtful to me. But I don't go and say, oh, I got to change the First Amendment because people want to call me any kind of racial epithet and all kinds of bullcrap. You want to call me a name? Guess what? Until you actually do physical harm to me, I'm going to sit there, smile, and say, I guess you're right, because you're a racist piece of garbage and you want to spew racist stuff. I'm not going to change your First Amendment right. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, some people do, but I don't. I honestly don't. You can call me every name in the book, because I've been called every name in the book. I wouldn't go after somebody's First Amendment right because it hurt my feelings. Does it hurt me? Yeah, sure. It doesn't feel good that somebody calls you an Oreo or calls you the N-word or whatever. It doesn't feel good, but that's just ignorance on the other half. And that's why I smile about it, because those ignorant people, they're just ignorant. They're stupid. And I don't care for them. Those are people that we don't need in our lives. And that's, people have that right. I personally don't hang out with people that want to call me anything that's mean or any, I could take some jokes. You want to call me Obama? Okay. I got a shaved head. It kind of look like them. Okay. I get it. But the second you start going into racial stuff, that's where I cut the line. I'm like, sure, does it hurt? A little bit, but it's not killing me. It's not going to hurt me. I'm not killing anybody. I am not pointing guns at anybody. We are not doing anything but fishing and expressing a right and letting people know about their rights. And if that hurts other people's feelings, get tougher skin, because we're not trying to hurt you. There are friggin' crazy people in this world that have shot up schools, shot up, venues, like music venues. Like, those are the people that we need to. I can't say how we can control them, but those are the people that need to be watched. I'm not doing anything. And all these, I've got probably about at least I know of at least 6 to 7 law enforcement agencies. I hear the FDLE, they're watching. Florida Department of Law Enforcement is watching my channel. West Palm is watching my channel. I've got 7 of them, and I don't care. They can watch all day long because I'm not doing anything unlawful. The key word here is unlawful. And then we've got politicians trying to change our laws, which they have no right to, especially our Second Amendment. When it has nothing to do with our Bill of Rights or any of our amendments, the government has there's no reason to change any of it. Their job is to uphold that Constitution, and they are failing. So, Town of Palm Beach, hi, how you doing? I'm coming, and I'm pissed. I'm beyond pissed. And if you don't, I don't think most of y'all have never really seen me pissed. And today, they're probably going to get yelled at. They're probably going to get a screaming or two. And I got 3 minutes to get it all in. And normally I try to write something. I'm going to have some talking points, but I'm not right. I'm just going to wing it off the hip and just let let my frustrations and the feelings inside me about how this is really affecting not only me but others. I'm going to let them know that, and they're going to feel it today. So between 6 and 8 o'clock p.m., link is in the description. It'll give you the address, all that good stuff. If any of you can show up, I beg of you, or if you just want to come hang out and just watch what's going on to make them squirm a little bit more, please. But I would highly advise anybody that's watching this that lives around the area. I'm an hour north of Palm Beach, so I'm going to travel an hour. And anybody that else could travel and get to this town hall meeting, I encourage it, because this will be a great time to let the police chief. I will personally call out Senator Bobby Powell, that little friggin' tyrant, that little friggin' corrupt little D-bag. Those two are the main ones I'm gonna call out. Bobby Powell, Chief Police Nicholas Christo. I'm calling both of y'all out, and then I'm gonna continue to go down the line of all your friggin' public officials down there, because they're all failing at an oath that they swore to uphold. And you don't want to uphold it. I will make videos. People will watch this. People will understand that living in Palm Beach is living in a tyrannical area. I can't say nobody. A lot of the politicians and the people down there want to take away gun rights. Moms Demand Action has a big presence in West Palm. They also have a big presence down in Miami. Moms Demand Action, March of Our Lives, Bond, all these people are the ones that are actually funding these politicians, giving them, if not thousands, if not millions of dollars, saying, hey, we're going to donate this money. It's your job to enact their gun safety rules or bullshit. All it's bullshit. Gun control does not work. Criminals don't care about your gun control. And you're only affecting the law abiding. I'm a law abiding. I'm sure most of you on here are law abiding. That is an issue. When the law abiding has not done anything and you restrict the law abiding, and once again, criminals don't give a two craps about whatever law. You can create whatever law and the criminals will always be criminals. These kids that are shooting up schools, I think it was an Asian kid. He just turned 16. He goes in, shoots up a school, and kills himself. There's a mental issue in this country right now, and nobody wants to address that. Let's address the mental issue. If there's got to be some kind of way to help get these kids the help they need, because they're obviously going through such a depression and so much. I don't know. I can't explain it, because most often than not, these murderers go around killing innocent people, and they kill themselves, and we don't get an explanation or what was their mentality. We don't understand what's going on in their lives that cause people to do this, and we need to have a better understanding of that. And if we don't have a better understanding of why this is happening, gun control obviously isn't working, because these kids and these criminals that go out and kill innocent don't care about laws. So why are we restricting the law abiding? I mean, it's so frustrating. I am going to keep this to about 30 minutes. I got about 10, I'd say 10, 11 minutes more. I'm going to get through some of this chat. We've got Adam Howard. He's saying, what up? Proud of the job you're doing. Keep it up. And I won't stop. This doesn't stop just because of people's feelings. I won't stop ever. Until they leave our gun rights alone, until us, the rightful gun owners, the ones that are not the issue, can have all the gun rights that we want, and we start putting harsher and steeper man, I'm brain farted there. Penalties. We need harsher penalties. Average time for anybody that gets caught with a firearm they should not have. They get slapped with a felony, and they may spend maybe 1 to 3 years in prison, and then they get out and they repeat the cycle. I don't want those people out. You get caught with a firearm illegally and you should not possess a firearm, you should be locked up for at least 10 to 20 years. I'm sorry. You are the cause of all this gun control, because you don't know how to be responsible. So for you criminals watching this channel, and you're carrying a firearm, I personally think you should be locked up for at least a minimum of 10 years. Minimum. Right out the gate. Oh, you unlawfully possessed a firearm, 10 years. Boom, done. Maybe that will help slow down criminals from being criminals. Maybe they'll be like, hey, I don't want to spend the next 20 years, 30 years of my life because I can't seem to fucking do the right thing with a firearm. Maybe that's what we should do. If I become a politician, or we get politicians that actually want to make stiffer penalties for criminals, then we need, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, that's just how I feel, and I believe that. I believe it. We've got 111 Duckhead. He's from Winter Haven. I will try to get up to Winter Haven. I want to get more in the middle of the state. I just always live near the coastlines. I'm always near the rivers, oceans, and things. But I have no issues traveling. Once again, I'm going to wrap a little bit of this up. Let me see. We've got Bernard Scott saying, "What's up, Solo?" I'm just chilling. Just to let you know, I just put out a video for the west coast of Florida. Whoa, it went blurry, but I got a video out just now, or about an hour ago. It's for Naples Pier in Naples, Florida. I'll be going there. His YouTube channel is It's SWFL Oath Accountability. That's Southwest Florida Oath Accountability. He reached out to me, was like, hey, man, I want to try to, I want to get involved. I want to try to get my, this is his gathering. I'm just letting you know about it. But he wanted to do a gathering. I'm like, hey, man, I'll put it out on my channel. I'll create this. I'll do this. We'll get all that information out there. Let's have a good time. Let's go over to Naples. And he's going to hook me up with a little bit of gas money so I can make sure I can get there and back. And I mean, that's a big part. I'm like, half of what I do is just about traveling to get there. And I don't have a lot of money. So I'm always saying, hey, if you can donate. It makes it that much easier. He's going to be throwing me a little bit of money just so that I can put gas in the car to get there and back. And that's, if anybody wants to reach out to me at Solo Yacker, I'm going to put the email in here. At email.com. All right. Here's the email. It's soloyacker2@gmail.com. Reach out to me. Let me know if you want me to come over there. If you can help me out, try to get there. That would be amazing. Because once again, like I say, it's all about money and putting gas in the car. I'm not asking to try to get rich off this. I'm just trying to get my way to you so that we can have a great gathering and go fishing and express our rights, because that's all it's about. We got Bernard. Don't worry, man. We're coming down to Florida. We do have a couple things in the works. We just have to nail down the details. And once those details are all said and done, you'll be the first one to know. Richard Devon says, you're dealing with demon rats. Oh yeah. And you're absolutely right. And the only way to really get rid of some of these demon rats is to go up and exterminate, not in the physical way, in the mentally way. We need to exterminate them. We need to tell them to get out of office. We do not want them there. We need to let their community know that they're not looking out for their best interest with their Second Amendment or any of their amendments. If they're willing to go against the oath that they took, they are willing to take away all the other amendments that you hold dear to your heart. So your First Amendment, your Second, Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, 16th, 14th, you name it, they are coming after it. History has proven it. First, what is the first thing they come after? They come after the guns, because without the guns, we the people cannot defend ourselves against tyrannical government. And I keep saying, these people down in West Palm and town of Palm Beach, a lot of these politicians are all tyrannical, and I'm going to call them out on that today. So between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. today, town of Palm Beach, link is in the description below. I hope to see a lot of you there, because it would be awesome to see a lot of others start standing up and actually going to these politicians and their state officials and their city officials and their chief of police and whoever is trying to strip your rights. It is imperative that we stand up to them and go get them. If we can't go after them and tell them how we feel and they keep going, they're not going to get reelected. We need to start telling our friends and family that voting is crucial. Even if you don't vote for me or vote for whoever, voting is crucial, especially at the state level. Our state representatives have so much power to change the way we live here in Florida that if we don't have the right ones and we put the wrong ones, we end up with a bunch of corrupt politicians that just feed their pockets with money. And, as we're the ones paying them and they're the ones filling their pockets with a bunch of money that they don't deserve, because they're not defending our Constitution. They're going against our Constitution. And I believe they should all be impeached. If you fail to uphold your oath as a politician, you should be impeached, period. That goes for Trump, that goes for Elizabeth Warren, that goes for friggin' any of them. Anybody that's ever been elected that holds a position that is ran by us, the people. When we pay their salary and they are not doing what their oath has told them to do, they are failing and should be impeached, period. And I promise you today, hey, town of Palm Beach, I'm coming after you. I'm 100% coming after you. Today is gloves off. I am going to be irate. I won't curse. I won't go that route, but I will be saying some other words that will definitely not, you will definitely, they already remember me, but they will definitely not like the words that I have for them, because I have some really, really, really bad ones for them. Oh, God, man, it's just so frustrating. I mean, I love every one of you. Just to let you know, the reason a lot of these videos I do, and I want you, if you can see the frustration on my face, it's not fun. Like, when I started all this gun activism, I was kind of quiet and I just sat back in the wings and I was like, it's not, no. And I was probably like, I had already heard people before my activism saying the same thing. And it took March of Our Lives and Moms Demand Action and all these other anti-gun groups. When they all spawned up, that is when I started saying, we need to do something. That was going back almost 2 years. And I encourage all of you, even if you don't live around here, look at what your politicians are doing in your county, in your town, wherever, because it is crucial to hold them responsible. And as we, the people, we have the right to confront them about the things that they are doing. And that is what I'm doing today, is that I'm going directly down to them and letting them know how exactly I feel. Yeah. 111 Duckhead says Dems can and will do as they please. It's pathetic. Good people are the minority right now. And that's what I would tell you, is that, you've got a lot of social justice warriors. You've got a lot of people that are just triggered by whether it be the First or Second Amendment. When they don't like something that somebody's saying, we have to change it. Or if somebody's out there open carrying or carrying a gun where they don't want them to carry, we've got to change it. And we've seen it right now through the whole Democratic debate shit, is that all they're doing is trying to take away the guns so that they can be in control. And we the people are in control. Our founding fathers gave us some rights, our constitutional rights, that would keep our government in check. And if they stepped out of line and they became that tyrannical government, it was the job of the people to overtake the government. Trust me, if the government's watching, there's enough people in this country that will, and I'm one of them, I will stand up against you. If it cost me my life, at least I defended what I hold dear to my heart. And these politicians don't even have a heart, or some of them. I can't say all of them. Some of these politicians don't have a heart, or don't even have the comprehension of what the Constitution or the Bill of Rights was written for. It wasn't written for them to change as they wanted. It was for us to tell them how we want them to uphold that Constitution. And we're watching it right now that they're not doing a good job. They're actually doing a horrible job. So, Dina's Dina says, get them Solo, and you know I will. And Dennis Eggleston says the same. Go get them. I'm gonna get them. They already don't like me, which I really don't give two craps about. They can kiss my skinny butt. Because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let it happen. Dina says we need more sheriffs in Florida, like Sheriff Wayne and Ivy in Brevard, and we do. And there's actually been about 2 or 3 other cities that are becoming a Second Amendment sanctuary. And you know something, even for me, these Second Amendment sanctuaries, I'm going to be going to those places in open carrying and see. Not, I don't want to test them, but I'm going to make sure that they're being truthful. You go out and you put yourself out on social media or the media itself, news organizations, and you tell the people of Florida that you're a Second Amendment sanctuary city. I'm going to come to your city, and I guess none of y'all will show up as long as I don't do anything wrong with my firearm. And that's how it should be. We, the people, should be able to carry our firearms how we choose without government infringement. And we're seeing a lot of government infringement. We've got JT. He's saying, go get them. I am, man. I'm going to get them to the fullest. In the 3 minutes that I'm allowed, I'm going to give him 3 minutes of hell. So, yeah, I will be going live at the town hall meeting. I'm probably going to start it before all the talking, because I'm actually going to try to record where all the police are, because every time I go there, there's this overabundance of police presence because they know I'm coming. Just like, hey, I hope you know I'm coming, because I'm coming 6 to 8, and I'll probably be there for the whole entire thing. We'll see how it goes. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to check on the baby. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I had to just give her bottle back. She dropped her bottle. She can hold her bottle. It's amazing how life is. You know, you watch them where you have to hand feed them, and now she's big enough to grab a bottle and just sit there, and it's awesome. But yeah, Richard Devon says fake news covering the corruption. I'm hoping, because the person that I have been talking to, she's on WPTV. Her name is Michelle Casada, and she's actually a pretty good reporter. I will give her a lot of credit. She does kind of give it from the good perspective and the bad perspective. Like, she's not that bad person. She wants to kind of she tries to be like devil's advocate and understanding our Second Amendment, and then she puts it all together, and then they create a story. Her stories have been mostly all pretty good. I can give her that. I'm not saying there's things that were left out that I think that would have been a little bit more, better to portray on her interview. But for the most part, she has been a pretty good, a pretty awesome reporter, trying to stay unbiased about the whole situation. She gets from both sides. She gets from the anti-gun side, from the pro-gun side, and then makes a story and puts the two together. So I give her a lot of credit. Let's see, Bobby Gorman. I'm doing good, man. Friggin' living the dream. Yeah, let freedom ring, Dennis. Man, it's crucial to let our freedom ring, and if it has to come from a voice to let it ring, let it be. Because it has to be. We have to, as all of us. Not everybody can do it. But I'm encouraging some of y'all, if you can, get out there, let your politicians know, let them all know that you just don't agree with what a lot of they're doing. Let's see. CB, oh man, bro, thank you so much, man. That was awesome, bro. I appreciate that. That's awesome. And like I said, man, you do too much sometimes, man. I appreciate you. Let me see. Where did that go? I'm trying to find it. There it is. Yeah. CB. Oh, there it is. Hey, CB, go get him, bro, and I will. And I appreciate that, bro. That $5 is going to help me get out to these next couple gatherings that I have coming. I have one in Naples, and then I am going to West Palm. We're going to go back to town of Palm Beach, West Palm Beach. That's going to be January 4th. I just created that. I haven't created the video, but I've got the event link or the gathering link. I will put that after this video goes up in whatever. There will be a link for that description or for that gathering down in West Palm, because if they don't like us, then I'll just keep going back. I try not to go back. I try to go one city and go around the entire state. But when you've got a bunch of like corrupt and tyrannical politicians, and I'll just keep going back to the same town they just don't like us at. So they'll learn to deal with me. And I really don't care at this point. I mean, you want to strip my rights, I'm going to go back and I'm going to let you get to see what true freedom looks like. Freedom. I'd rather portray freedom than be corrupt and a friggin' douchebag. Let's see here. You realize how crazy that sounds? Them up for 10 to 20 years for having a gun. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying those people that do. We're looking at a lot of people that are doing crimes with guns that don't need to have that by law they're not even allowed to have a gun. There are people out there right now that have guns, a lot of criminals that shouldn't have guns. I want people that obey the law to have firearms. But you've got criminals that have done criminal acts with guns, get out, do criminal acts with guns, keep doing armed robberies, strong arm robberies, home invasions, and a lot of these people only get a couple years with that firearm. I want people to start paying for the crimes that they do with firearms when they should not have had a firearm. Some of the laws that they have on the books don't hold some of these criminals accountable. It's a fine line. I will, Thor Bradshaw, I'll give you that, man. It is a very thin line and how it goes. But I'll tell you, man, we have to start trying to do we have to create something that's going to put stiffer penalties on the people that do the wrong thing with a firearm, because the people that are doing wrong with a firearm are only hurting the ones that have never done anything with a firearm. So I hope that answers that question, man. It's not that I want people to be held accountable for the things they do with their firearms. And if they've done something wrong with a firearm and then they go and get another firearm and they do something again, there has to be stricter penalties instead of them going in, getting out, and repeating the cycle. Because that's what I've noticed a lot of, is the repeating of a cycle of these criminals just not caring about laws. And our nation is based around certain laws. There are certain things that we can and we cannot do, and we have to somewhat obey by those. Yeah, the West has a tyrannical enemy problem and a sheeply problem. Yeah, it goes both ways. I mean, some people just aren't willing to really stand up and fight, and I encourage it. I mean, you can't get in trouble for your First Amendment letting people know how you feel. That's the first and foremost. As long as you're not inciting violence with whatever you're saying, hey, by all means. And I'm not inciting violence. I'm not telling you guys to go out and fight these guys, physically fight them. Do not fight anybody. Go out there and express yourself and do it the most lawful way. And for our government officials, the best way to do that is get in front of their face, go to their office. You can try writing letters. Writing letters doesn't really work too well, but getting in front of their faces, making videos, getting things out there, letting people know that you just don't agree with them, that's the best way to do it. And that's why I say it's not going to be a physical attack. It's just going to be me going after them, letting know how I feel about what they are doing. So don't incite violence. Yeah. Yeah. Ethan Max says, I hate the coattail riders who don't earn freedom or be vigilant, get their rights free. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Eli Pro. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know why you're and if you have no record, the only thing I could say why you got denied is because you live in a very gun restrictive state, and like California and New York, Chicago is almost unheard of to get a concealed weapons license. There's a lot of these states that just don't want you to have a firearm, and they'll do like I've heard of Californians waiting upwards of like a year or more to try to get a concealed weapons license, and then most of them either get denied when that year comes, and it's just like, you know, how do you expect to defend yourself if you have to wait a year before you even know if you are able to carry a firearm? Those are the restrictive laws that I don't agree with, and there's a lot of laws here in Florida that I don't agree with, and I think a lot of you probably don't agree with them. So um, I definitely think that you need to once again reach out and talk to these people, and if you know somebody that is actually trying to become a politician, or has thoughts of becoming, or has great ideas of how they can benefit their either county, their town, or their state or something, you should encourage them or do it yourself and get out there and do it. I mean, all you got to do is go to your elections office, say, hey, I want to become a state representative. How do I do this? And then they're going to give you all the information that you need to know on how to do it. And it basically all start that process. You basically start a bank account. You have to fill out some stuff, and you have to send it to the state. The state sends it back, says, okay, we accept your request to become a politician. So now you can start petitioning to become that politician. The petitioning part is probably the most tedious part, because you have to get, some places are like 1,000 signatures. Like where I'm at, I'm right around 1,200. I have to get 1,200 signatures. I have to pay the government to review all those petitions. Once they've signed off that I have enough petitions, I get on the 2020 ballot. Once I'm on the 2020 ballot, then it's up to me to get my information out there and let people know what I support and what I'm about and what I would do for the state of Florida and for my county. So, yeah. But let's see. Dennis Eggleston says, I'm doing great. Hey, I'm going to do my best, because I'm just one person trying to friggin' live in a big world. Yeah. Ethan Max says the right and duty to resist tyranny is a human right. And he's 100% true. Because if we just sit back and let it happen, it's going to happen. Yeah. Pro freedom. What is that? 1,000 over one. Yeah. We are a minority now, because there's just so many people that are just so anti-gun, and I could say even some of the, some gun owners just don't agree with open carry. And I would tell them, there's nothing in the Constitution or your Bill of Rights that says it has to be concealed. There's no concealed part of that. It says the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. There's more to it, but that's the gist of it. And it's my choice how I want to carry, not the government's choice on how I carry. And that's the issue that I'm always having, is that we have to friggin' stop allowing this to happen. If we don't voice our opinion and let these politicians know, if we don't get that information out there, then we're going to lose. We will lose, everybody. And, it's going to be even, just imagine losing some of these rights and then actually getting a bunch of politicians that want to restore those rights. I will tell you, restoring a right is way harder than fighting to keep a right. Once we have the right and we fight to keep it, we're probably going to keep it. But if we just let it all go and just, turn a blind eye to it and not voice our opinion, then we very well may lose our rights. And it's going to start with the second one. It starts with the guns. They always come for the guns, and then it'll be your first, then it'll be your fourth, or actually it'll probably be your second, fourth, I think 16th due process. Like, you're going to lose so many rights right out the gate, because they're going to take the second, and then they're going to go after coming into your house, kicking your door in, knowing you have guns, saying, hey, I want your guns. If you don't give them, you're going to jail or you're getting shot. So two-way fishing, everyone says everyone seems to be scared of the police. You know, I'm not really. It's not that I'm scared of the police. I'm just, you know, you have to be a little concerned, because, you know, they've got guns too, and if they don't understand some laws or whatever, they very well may shoot you, and hopefully not. Yeah, Andrew Mason says vote him out. That's the only way. That's the only way that we can. Dina says Sarasota and Lake County are sanctuary cities, are 2A sanctuary cities. So once again, I will be coming over to the West Coast. I've got Lake County was the first one that I think I talked about. They were the first city to go and do that. Sarasota, there's another one that just, I think, had a unanimous decision that they would become the next one. So we're getting quite a few people that are actually starting to stand up and want these sanctuary cities, to where our Second Amendment rights are, they hopefully will not be infringed. So, but like I said, I was really trying to cut this short. It kind of went a little longer than normally, or what I wanted. But just a last little tidbit here. Today, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., Town of Palm Beach. The link's going to be in the description below. It's going to be a meeting. It's a meeting. It's a public safety meeting type of meeting. I will be there. There's going to be news media there. I hope to see some of y'all there if you're in the area, if you can make it. Anybody that's up here where I'm at, if you may need a ride, I may be able to help you. Reach out to me, Solo Yacker, the number 2 at gmail.com, and hit me up. I am going to be leaving here around 4:35, no later than 5. So if I need to pick you up, I'll have to leave here at 4:30 to pick you up, to pick you up and then get down there. But I will be down there. For any chat that I did miss, CB, you're always doing friggin' phenomenal stuff, dude. Throwing me any kind of money that you can give. I truly appreciate it. I do have a PayPal account. If you, after this video, you want to throw me some anything, if you want me to come to your town and go fishing, and you want to throw me a couple bucks for gas to help me get there, go to my PayPal, throw some cheddar into that. I greatly appreciate it. You don't have to. I'm just saying, if it makes it that much easier for me to get to where I got to go. If you can throw me a 5 spot, a 10 spot, or whatever. I'm not asking for it, but it does make it easier, because once again, I got the baby, wife, kids. I got lots going on, and I like I said, I do take the money that I do earn from YouTube, and I do put it directly back into it. But I'm going to finish this up by saying, don't forget, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button. Most important, hit that subscribe, hit the little bell, tell your friends, share this video, get it out there. Hey, Town of Palm Beach, I'm coming. It's 1:30, roughly 1:30. I'll see you in about 4 hours, and it should be a good time. I hope you brought your friggin' diapers and your wet wipes and your little tissues to wipe all the tears that I'm gonna friggin' make you cry today. So I'm gonna get off here, guys. I thank all of you. I can't say it enough. And Solo Yacker, deuces.